How many of you heard the term scout out a turkey today? No, tongue-tied. Lost words. How many of you heard the term scout today, kill a gobbler tomorrow? That's true. Really, if you want to be successful, time and time again, fill in those gobbler tags during the spring turkey hunts. So scout today, kill a gobbler tomorrow. Really figure them out. Figure out the area you're hunting. Figure out their roosting areas where the gobblers this time of year, they fight. They bat each other with their wings. They spur each other. They fight and establish an order, a pecking order, if you will. And the older, more dominant gobblers will go off with their harem of hens and roost nearby where their hens are. And the satellite, younger, subordinate gobblers will go off to their area, to where their whereabouts, and roost. And they may have a hen or they may not. Those satellite gobblers, pretty much the satellite gobbler is a non-henned up gobbler. That's one that's easier to call in and kill. But for the most part, a lot of times they have at least one hen that they know about. They know the whereabouts of. And they're going to be henned up right now. They're going to go where the hen has been feeding and milling around. All the gobblers have that in mind right now. Right now, really what's in their mind is mating, is reproduce. Find a hen. They want those hens. Feeding is pretty much second. They really want the hens first. Feeding comes second for them. They're still going to graze and feed. They need to keep up their strength, obviously, so forth, so on. And they're obviously still going to gravitate to their loafing areas, those shady, cool areas up underneath pine stands or down in stream bottoms, river bottoms. They're going to go there from midday, late morning, midday. That's where the hens are going to naturally be, loafing around. So the gobblers are going to follow suit, and they're going to all be loafing in those loafing areas. Find those areas. Learn all this through scouting. Find their travel routes to and from roosting to feeding grounds, their natural travel ways. You'll figure that out by finding dust bowls, dust baths along the travel routes. You'll find tons of turkey scat, gobbler scat, and hen scat. You'll find turkey tracks, gobbler tracks, hen tracks, and their natural travel ways. You'll see all this sign coming and going both directions, multiple directions. You'll see scratch marks in these travel ways where the gobblers were fanned out and strutting and dragging their wingtips. Look for all this sign in their natural travel ways. Figure out their loafing areas. Figure out their roosting areas. Learn all this today. Scout today. Kill that gobbler tomorrow. And you will be successful year after year after year. You'll be 10 times more successful shooting those big, older, mature gobblers. I did just such this thing. I learned where the hens were going that he was interested in, he was after. There's a younger gobbler, probably a 2-year-old. I scouted out their routes, the hens that he's been following and hanging with. And then I actually know of another group of gobblers that I heard gobbling off in the distance when the boss hen had come by. It was yelping real loud. She had gobblers gobbling in 3 different directions around me. And this was all by scouting, everybody. I learned all of this from scouting, from figuring out, from reading their tracks, finding their dust baths, dust bowls, looking at the turkey scat around, finding out the areas that the hens like to go to feed every morning, pulling the gobblers in tow. They're henned up really hard right now. The gobblers are following them girls, following them hens. So if you're not challenging the boss girl, challenging that hen, and she's not calling back, and you're mimicking her and challenging her, and you're not calling her into your decoy set or where you're sitting, you're most likely not going to get that gobbler to commit to your whereabouts. Unless that hen comes, that gobbler's going to follow her. That's what I've found is happening now. Right now, the first week of the turkey season here in Maine, they're henned up. And I did just that. I had a hen coming. I heard the spitting and drumming of the gobbler behind her 50 yards. She saw my hen decoy and she got vocal, and I mimicked her, and she got louder, and I got louder. And then before long, we were having a challenge. She was yelping real loud, excitedly. I yelped real loud, excitedly. She'd cut and yelp. I'd cut and yelp. And it pulled her right in, and she started pecking. She ruffled up her feathers and circled my hen decoy and started pecking my hen decoy. I challenged her back, and she didn't like it. She come in for a fight and was challenging my decoy and circling it, pecking it, and attacking my hen decoy. And that gobbler kept coming, spitting and drumming. He kept on in tow. He finally came in, and I was able to get a shot with my bow. But the hen, she veered off about 30 yards, and he turned and was out there 30 yards. I had a 30-yard shot with my bow, and I missed. I think the arrow went low. I think I went low and hit below the gobbler, and I missed. Long story short, I missed.
Let's get into scouting. So what I do is I like to drive the dirt roads and logging roads of well-known turkey habitat in the areas that I hunt. Frequently go looking for turkey, frequently hunt the wild turkey. And a lot of times I'll just drive the dirt roads and stop where I see the dirt is soft, where I stop at muddy spots, soft sand spot, and I look for those telltale tom tracks where this is common knowledge. The male turkey tracks have a longer toe imprint, a longer middle toe imprint, longer than the outer two toes. And hen tracks, the toes, a lot of times, if you draw like trace a half moon, tracing the tips of each toe, if it appears, or if you just measure the toe lengths, a lot of times, I mean, the hen turkey tracks are going to be slightly smaller in diameter, and the toes are going to be virtually the same length. Your male tracks are going to be larger in diameter, longer, obviously appear visually bigger. And the middle toe on the male turkey tracks is almost always slightly longer, half inch or more longer than the two outer toes. So I'll be looking for those telltale male gobbler tom turkey tracks. I'll look for wing scratchings, look for marks and scratchings in the dirt and mud where a strutting tom walked through and was scratching his wingtips in the sand and dirt to let me know, okay, there's turkey here. There's mating going on here. There's strutting toms nearby. And I may see some hen tracks. It's good. And then I'll drive on to another area and look for that. So a lot of times my scouting is just driving the dirt roads, driving my hunting areas, looking for the tracks and the dirt and mud. And other times I'll get out of the truck and I'll put boots on the ground. I'll hike, scout my hunting areas by hiking and walking around, looking for the turkey sign, looking for. And at that point in time, if I'm hiking to look for turkey sign, I'm looking for turkey scat, looking for the J hook in the scat. Male turkey scat, it's gonna be bigger in diameter, longer, and have like a J hook or a curve to it, versus your female scat will be just clumped around it and not have that. It might just be long and cylindrical and clumpy and round, balled up. So I'll be looking for male scat, looking for male tracks. I'll be looking for the scratch marks from the wingtips of a strutting tom. And it's the other sign I look for dust bowls, bathing areas. That's all good sign that you want to take into consideration. For most part, where there's actively nesting hens nearby in your hunting area, there's always going to be a dust bowl, a dust bath area, a telltale sign of a turkey dusting themselves, where they where they rolled, where they scratched and dug at the sandy soil, and where they rolled their bodies and kind of flap their wings in the dirt to stir the dust and the dirt up to get into their feathers to help rid themselves of mites and stuff, so forth, so on. So if you find them dust bowls, dust baths with other turkey sign nearby, you've hit pay dirt. That's an area to pay attention to come spring turkey hunting season. I'm reading Jason's comment, and this is his answer to my question earlier, where where I typed, "What does everyone do to prep for the spring turkey hunt?" What are you guys doing currently now to prepare for your upcoming spring turkey hunt? Jason says, "I've just been getting my gear ready." Yeah, probably dusting the dust off the gear, your shotgun, clothing, calls. Yeah, getting your decoys ready. He says, but still working on habitat. Last couple weeks of April, I will target practice and get food plots planted and get my blinds ready. Went fishing today. Nice. So that's awesome, Jason. Did you catch anything? So Jason gave us a little bit about what he's doing right now to prep for the spring turkey hunt. What so those of you that are listening right now or chiming in, what are you doing to get ready and prep for the spring turkey hunt?